Hello Peyton and our lovely viewers, we are back for another episode 71 nonetheless. Anyway Petie, I loved your last episode. I loved all the things that you hated. I didn't love the things that you hated. I hated the things that you hated, but I loved what you shared. Today I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I didn't like in 2016 and some things to replace the items of badness. What up, last year's episode reference? I don't remember which order I did them in or which order you did them in, Petie, but I'm just going to do them in a random order because I'm risky and I live on the edge. I cannot speak. The first category is books. Now, I didn't actually read a lot of books in 2016. I've mentioned before my book complex, Petie, I think you might remember it. But one of the books I read in 2016 was actually a reread of a book that I had read a long time ago, and I wanted to reread it to see if my opinion was the same, because who doesn't want to do that, right? And that book is The Shack. Can't remember who wrote the book, but I'll put it on the screen. I do not like it at all. It just really bugs me. The premise of the book and the plot and the theology of the book just grates on me. Another book to replace that book is Bread and Wine by Shauna Niequist. Now, I know I've talked about it in an episode before, but I just really freaking love that book. It's so good. It's just about food and hospitality and fellowship and bonding and community. It's probably one of my favorite books. And if you haven't read it, any of the viewers, you should definitely go check it out. Thank you, Petie, for giving me that book because it's now one of my faves, very close to my heart and stomach. So, category number 2 is movies. The first film that immediately popped to mind was God's Not Dead 2. I was forced to watch that film last year. The plot line, the characterization, acting, everything, it's pretty bad. Like, I'm sorry if you love that film. The lack of depth of character, the random blonde who's thrown in there just to be a love interest. By the way, if I sound a bit weird, it's because I've got a cold. I don't normally sound like a man, but today I do. A movie to replace God's Not Dead 2 is Jason Bourne. It's the 4th Jason Bourne film, or what I would call the 4th Jason Bourne film, because let's not even talk about the Jeremy Renner one, because that's not even Bourne. Of course, this one was a favorite of mine. It wasn't anything hugely surprising. It was a typical Jason Bourne film, but I just loved it. I love how it ended. It was fantastic. Petie, you need to watch it. Get onto that. Also, I've heard that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is coming out. As you all know, I do not like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not a fan of Chris Pratt, and the thought of having another Guardians of the Galaxy film floating around the universe is just too much for me to handle. So I'll be heading to the moon when that film is being released. Just giving you fair warning. So moving on to category number 3. A song that I didn't like this year, or at least I heard it this year. I don't know when it was released, but Stronger by Kanye West. I don't think that needs any explanation at all. Like, I feel like it's just self-explanatory. Kanye West. There we go. A song that I loved, or songs that I loved, I Found by Amber Run is one of my favorite songs at the moment. I love that song. Lost Boy by Ruth B was one of my favorites this year. And also Ophelia by the Lumineers. Moving on to category number 4, which is food. I hate eggplant and have always hated eggplant, or aubergine, or whatever you call it. But I was forced to eat it this year in different concoctions and different ways, even fried, deep fried. I don't like it deep fried. And there isn't much that a deep fry can't fix, but it can't fix eggplant. Maple bacon. Now, in the past year, I ate a lot of maple bacon. I love it on bagels, I love it on waffles, I love it on pizza, I love it on everything. I love maple bacon. I put it in a milkshake. Our last category number 5, is trends. There was one trend that is an age-old trend. It's not particular to any kind of year exactly. Maybe I just didn't realize how much I disliked it. That is boy drama. You know, Petie, I'm not into boy drama. It's not my thing. If you like someone, that's cool. If you're going out with someone, that's cool. If you're not in a relationship, that's cool. Also, why are we focusing so much on relationships? Let's focus on pizza, or traveling, or coffee, or anything. So if someone in your life is showering you in boy drama, in their relationship drama, do you know what you can do? You can listen to podcasts. I have gotten into podcasts recently, and I freaking love them. They're so inspiring. They're really I just love listening to them. I never used to understand why people would listen to podcasts so much. Like, I can listen to a podcast and do something else, like editing or emailing, and I can just soak in what they're saying. And if I hear something that I think, oh, I want to remember that, well, that's really good, then I just write it down in my notes. The ones I've been loving recently are the 30 Days of Genius with Chase Jarvis, The Tim Ferriss Show, and The Girl Boss Radio. They're just really good, and I think they replace the boy drama really very nicely. Petie and viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and make sure, viewers, you comment below with some things that you didn't like in 2016 and some things that you've been loving in 2017 maybe. Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And Petie, I will see you next week. Bye! Ba-dum.